This lesson will focus on metric-to-metric conversions using the factor label method. If we look at these examples, we're converting from one unit to another. In order to do this, we're going to use our metric prefix chart. We can solve this problem by using the metric prefixes as fractions in the problem. If we look at our baseline for the first example, we have meters. We're going to be going to kilometers. Using the chart, we can see that kilo is 1,000 times more than the baseline. This means that for every 1,000 meters, there's 1 kilometer. So the fraction, the way that we would set it up is 1,000 meters to 1 kilometer. We'll write out the problem by putting 543 meters times the fraction that we came up with, which is 1,000 meters to 1 kilometer, and then we'll solve. In order to solve this problem, we can see that the 1,000 meters is in the denominator of the fraction. This means that when we put this into our calculator, we're going to do 543 divided by 1,000 times 1. This tells us that for 543 meters, that is equal to 0.543 kilometers. Looking at the second problem, we have 0.150 megaseconds, and we're trying to convert to milliseconds. Now you could do this in one step, but it's much easier to go back to our baseline and then to the unit that we need. So to convert from 0.150 megaseconds to seconds, we look at our conversion factor and we see that there are 1 million seconds in every 1 megasecond. Seeing how we started with megaseconds, our conversion means that our denominator has to have megaseconds. If you look in the first example, we have meters originally, and then in the denominator we also have meters. Therefore, in our second example, we're going to start with megaseconds. Our denominator is going to have 1 megasecond, and our numerator is going to have 1 million seconds. However, if we were to stop there, we'd be left with seconds. So we need to add another conversion factor. We have seconds on the top numerator of this example, so our denominator in the second conversion factor is going to be seconds. We can see in the conversion chart that milli is 1/1000th of a second. Therefore, we're going to have 1,000 milliseconds for every second. This tells us that we're going to have 1,000 milliseconds on the numerator and 1 second in the denominator. If we were to solve this, we'd have 0.150 megaseconds times 1 million seconds times 1,000 milliseconds. This will give us our conversion factor of 0.150 megaseconds to milliseconds. The answer is 150 million. To solve our next example, we have 207,000 nanoliters, and we're trying to get to deciliters. This is going to be another two-step process like the previous problem. We're going to convert from nano to liter, and then from liter to deciliter. Therefore, when we're setting up our conversion factor, we're going to have 207,000 nanoliters. The denominator is also going to be nanoliters. This is below the line, so that tells us that there are 1 billion nanoliters in 1 liter. So underneath in our denominator, we're going to have 1 billion nanoliters, and up top, we're going to have 1 liter. Next, we're going to convert this liter to deciliters. The conversion for deci is 1/10. Therefore, 10 deciliters equals 1 liter. Following our first conversion, liters is on top, so liters is going to be in the denominator of the second conversion. Therefore, 1 liter will be on the bottom, and 10 deciliters will be on top. In order to solve this, we're going to take 207,000 nanoliters, divide it by 1 billion nanoliters, and then multiply it by 10 deciliters. This will cancel out the nanoliters and the liters and leave us with deciliters. 207,000 nanoliters is equal to 0.00207 deciliters. In order to solve the next problem, we have 5,000 micrograms, and we're converting it to centigrams. This again is going to be a two-step process. We're going to set up our conversion using micro as 1/1,000,000th. That'll be on the bottom because we want to cancel out the micrograms. And then on the top, the numerator will be 1 gram. Our second conversion will be converting from grams to centigrams. Therefore, 1 gram will be in the denominator, and the numerator will be centigram, which is 1/100th. Therefore, it'll be 100 centigrams. Solving this problem, we have 5,000 micrograms divided by 1 million micrograms times 100 centigrams gives us our answer. The grams cancel out, and the micrograms cancel out. 5,000 micrograms is equal to 0.5 centigrams. Normally, when we're solving these types of problems and making conversions, we need to maintain the right number of significant figures. In A, 543 is 3 significant figures, and our answer is also in 3 significant figures. If we look at B, however, 0.150 is 3 significant figures, and the way that we have 150 million milliseconds written out, that's only 2 significant figures. Technically, we would need to draw the line over top of the first 0. This would make it 3 significant figures. Looking at C, we have 207,000, that's 3 significant figures. The answer is also 3 significant figures, 0.00207. Looking at D, we have 1 significant figure in 5,000 micrograms, and we also have 1 significant figure in 0.5 centigrams. This concludes this section of our unit. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me.